So you'd think that with a new year, there would be a new me. However, that's not the case for everyone, as someone like Jalyn has reverted back to their old ways, and this time it's for the worst, as they literally left the internet. And before I even get into what just happened recently, let's start from the beginning. So basically, this started when Nick Fuentes came back on Twitter. Elon Musk had unbanned him, and Nick Fuentes decided to do a Twitter space. Amongst one of those people was Austinnopowers, who, if you don't know, was a former member of the SNT and mainly one of the more lower ranks. So no, before anyone says, he did not know any of the doxing or any of that for that matter, and I'll get into that a little later. But basically, Jalyn went into their DMs completely spurred out and asked them why they're listening. He gave his reasons. Of course, Jalyn didn't care, and ultimately ended up blocking them and called them a Nazi just because they listened to Nick Fuentes. And right here's basically the screenshots of the interaction between the two. Not only that, but she also went after Augie as well, kind of tiptoeing around not calling Augie a Nazi, yet calling everyone else a Nazi. Even though Augie has an account on Cozy, so yes, somewhat of a connection to Nick Fuentes. At least you can argue that he knows Nick Fuentes better than everyone else that she's called a Nazi, but basically that's the gist of it. Shortly after this, Jalyn's girlfriend, Lilith, I believe, went into Austin's DMs and sort of started harassing him as well. Austin posted a video, him showing off the DMs, so I'll play that in the background. But also I should mention is that Augie covered a bit of her spurg out, and keep in mind this was before all the Discord stage and all the other stuff that I'm about to show, so hence why he never covered it on his show. But also, he stated that he was, out of everyone in the commentary community, he was the more charitable one, which, I don't know, after all this stuff, I don't think he will be. But basically, he said that it's kind of unhinged for Jalyn to sort of go into people's DMs and sort of tell them what they can and shouldn't watch. And also covered a bunch of other stuff that Jalyn talked about, but generally that's his opinion that you shouldn't be doing shit like that. It's kind of unhinged. Also, someone like Nate Frosty shouldn't either call you out for terminating online.
I'm sitting here saying that freedom of speech is important. Do you know who also agrees with me on this? People like Natty Forsyth, leftists. Everyone talks about how dangerous hate speech is, how dangerous hateful rhetoric is, radicalizing the fucking youth. Hell, you want to know who's fucking talking about it right now? Jalyn! YouTube is a serious problem. You know what this video is about? YouTube Shorts radicalizing young children, because kids go on fucking Twitter, or they go on YouTube and TikTok, they see Andrew Tate, and then they become, Jalyn's argument is they become radicalized criminals, right? So doesn't Jalyn's own video confirm that what I'm saying is obviously correct? The needy can stay hungry till I get... Yes! Unironically this, yes. It's just fucking insane to me that people looked at this, and I appreciate them trying to defend me, but it's like, you guys thought I was joking when I said this? I said in the tweet, it's not a joke. But Jalyn responds and says, of course, by freedom of speech, he means give platforms to neo-Nazis and allow harassment of queer people and minorities. What? Dude, this is fucked up. You guys talk about how people say the commentary community is full of backstabbers and people that betray people. Do you know who the only fucking person was that was inviting Jalyn to any social events whatsoever during VidCon was? You know who the only fucking person was? Me! Me, dude! Me! Because I care about this community. I love people, okay? And to sit here and read this shit 7 months later, now all of a sudden, I'm a neo-Nazi who's harming minorities? What the fuck, dude? There's just no fucking loyalty amongst these people. But apparently, so Nick Fuentes did a Twitter space last night, and Jalyn noticed that a lot of people from the commentary community were listening to the Twitter space, so they started individually DMing people and asking them, why are you following a neo-Nazi? What the fuck? And so the person just says, like, I just follow multiple people who have different political beliefs. Like, don't tell me who to follow. So then they ask, how many people have you DM'd about this? This is fucking hilarious. So they start laughing at Jalen's face, and then Jalen responds, only the ones engaging with this content. Why, as you joining the Twitter space of a neo-Nazi seems like you support his ideals enough to enjoy his content. Holy shit, boys. This is just I mean, I'm not surprised, obviously, but at the same time, this is just a whole new. It's one thing to make some little gay virtue signaling tweet publicly about it, because it's like, whatever. If that's your ideas, you're allowed to fucking say them out loud, even if it just looks stupid and insane and unhinged. But to individually DM people, it's like, what? But so the person responds and says, because it was his first one back, and literally like 20 other people I followed were in there too. So Jalen's like fucking having a fucking panic attack over people joining Nick Fuentes' Twitter space.
So before I even get to the Discord stage, there is someone I need to mention and kind of a key player later on in this timeline and events. His name is Izi Tan, who is a co-host of the Spurg Alert, or Doc on the Radio's channel. And basically, they had a back and forth with Jalyn on Twitter that later carried onto Bunk's server. And they, of course, got into a VC and sort of argued. And I was in that VC for a while, and really, there's nothing noteworthy of that VC, as really the arguments and points made against each other were then reiterated and sort of kind of repeated in the Discord stage. So yeah, there's really not much to gather from that VC other than maybe one argument, but even then it was brought up in the Discord stage. And yeah, I will let you watch the whole Discord stage. Link will be in description below of the whole stage that I hosted. It was me, Doug, Austinnopowers, with Izi Tan, Mo, and then later on Nerdy John coming in and sort of debating Jalyn. So yeah, I guess just roll the clips.
Jalyn, I guess. So you think Austinnopowers is a racist for watching Nick Fuentes, or just listening his Twitter space?
No, I think he's a potential neo-Nazi or neo-Nazi adjacent, or at very least is okay with Nick Fuentes' ideals.
Okay, I guess this is to Austin. Austin, do you believe in what Nick Fuentes say? Like, how do you view Nick Fuentes? What is your opinion on him? I guess because Jalyn thinks that you idolize him and that you might become like him.
No. Let me go explain this. So I'm a person that thinks Nick Fuentes is basically a fed. He's pretty bad. He's like a hypocrite on multiple things from like what I've seen. What I serve him because I think the drama that he gets himself into is very entertaining, and like this was his first Twitter space after being banned, a pretty big deal considering he's like probably one of the most like controversial people on like Twitter at that specific moment. So I wanted to listen in. It's nothing like, wow, I really do enjoy Nick Fuentes' political beliefs. No, it's more like the guy's like interesting, like probably like one of the most censored people in America. Of course, I'm kind of interested in what the fuck that guy has to say.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I guess so. The gist of it, you follow Nick Fuentes and you listen to it not because you follow his ideas, but because you like the shit that he gets himself into.
Do you think?
Yes,
do you think
exactly.
Nick Fuentes deserves?
All right. I guess we'll let Jalyn respond here. Jalyn, what's your response?
Do you think Nick Fuentes deserves a platform?
In my opinion, personally, I'm of the kind of somewhat of the a kind of free speech extremist position, where I think that
So you're a Nazi.
anyone besides like pedophiles and zoophiles should have like platforms,
What?
like most like public like social media stuff.
I believe Nazis do not deserve a platform, and anyone who advocates for the rights of Nazis to have platforms are just as bad. I think they are complicit in their actions. And that's something I've been noticing in the commentary community a lot recently. You know, you have Augie, like, dog whistling, being like, yo, freedom of speech is really important, guys. But really what he's saying is, my buddy Nick Fuentes deserves to have a platform.
Okay, so
You want to respond? Who wants to respond?
Okay, let me go explain this. In the worldview of many commentators, they view people like Keffels to be way worse than like Cozy TV people, because in their opinion, Keffels goes against like free speech. Like she openly calls for the deplatforming of multiple people, even like more left-wing people like Destiny. drama forums
I don't
like
know if Destiny is really
Kiwi
considered
Farms.
left wing much anymore.
Well,
Honestly,
what are you talking about? Of course, Destiny would be considered like left wing. Like he has very
yeah, guy's kind of weird though. He's like friends with like Nazis and conservatives. Like,
Well,
bit weird.
d-
Guy has some weird positions as of late.
he's not like friends with them. Like him
He's
and like
friends
Nick,
with
like
Lauren Southern and like I don't know. He's friends with weird Nazis.
like I'm probably not gonna be like, wow, I absolutely love Lauren Southern, but from what I know, Lauren Southern is more of a centrist now and has like reformed from her views. So like I think that might be it. With like that,
Didn't
that
she
being,
like attack Keffels or some shit? Like she
yeah,
sent like
yeah,
a
everyone
transphobic
attacks
attack
Keffels.
against Keffels.
People didn't like that Keffels was advocating for basically like removing free speech from the internet. That's the main reason why.
That's not what she was
people were,
advocating for. She was advocating for deplatforming of murderers who were pushing trans people to committing suicide.
No, that's not what happened. The people that were like swine her were from like website zero, some shit like that. It was not actually like from Kiwi Farms itself. Like even
Kiwi
Keffels
Farms
admits
is
this in
stupid.
private. Dude, even Keffels admits this in private DMs. Like Destiny showed it in his manifesto. You may want to rewatch that if you want to defend.
Jalen, you conceded on all this.
You will never be a woman. You will never be a woman. You.
Yeah, I'm keeping you blocked, and I'm never going to talk to you or associate with you ever again because I think you're a piece of shit.
That's damaging. That's fucking brutal.
Do you have proof?
All right, yeah, all right, I accept that. I don't want to be
Then
associated
why
with
the
you
fuck are
anyway.
you? Why the fuck did you create this fucking harassment campaign and shit? Because I fucking blocked you on Twitter.
Because I was like
that's how
talking
this shit
shit.
started.
It's not like
Jalyn,
me, like.
hold on, wait. Can I interject here? Jalen, why don't you have any friends? Why don't you think you don't have any friends?
Hey, buddy, you're a spurg. Bye.
Okay.
Oh, is that Lilith, your girlfriend?
Was that like the psychopath?
I really need to talk to them. I want to know why.
Wait, can I talk? Wait,
why
can I talk to Lilith?
they felt like cheating on you with Natty 46 of all people.
That sounds based, honestly. If that happened.
Can I talk to? Wait, can I talk to
You're the actual
Lilith?
cuck.
I think
I'd like to talk. No, shut up.
If she cheated on me with a pedophile, like I think that would be very based. You know.
Jalen, why don't you
I
have
find
any
it
friends?
no,
You know,
see,
like, I'm actually
because
more poly. I'm not cheating. Okay.
that.
Why
is
did you harass
really,
Austin?
That's really good.
Why did you
Good
harass
job, bro.
Austin?
No, I want to know.
This is fucking retarded.
Who rats do? What the fuck is going on?
Well, okay, Lilith, why didn't you went into Austin's
She's gone.
DMs?
She left. She,
All right.
she doesn't.
I have a question. I have a question.
What is your question?
Okay, wait, let me see. Where was it? I gotta find my message. Oh yeah. Okay, so about the Keffels thing. Keffels, you know, of course they can make mistakes, right? Making mistakes is fine, but after those mistakes are corrected, right? Keffels would continuously insist that the Kiwi Farms death stuff is legit, even though maybe it's some other cause, stuff like that, right? Okay, so why do you still think that stuff's like fine?
Because I do. Just do. I agree with and support everything she has and ever will do.
Oh
Very
my
funny.
God.
Like
Very
if she
funny.
murdered someone, I would support it wholeheartedly. Like
I hope you guys realize
What
this
the
is them
fuck?
trolling.
with her.
I do.
I know.
Uh,
Jalen, I don't know why you're like trying to troll in like this situation. It just makes you look bad.
You make yourselves bad by existing.
good one.
So, I'm gonna bring this back up for the
I'm not-
audience.
I'm not
Why won't
gonna
you call?
engage with
Why won't you 100% call Augie a Nazi when he is far
When have
closer
I
and everything?
ever called him a
No,
Nazi?
I want to know why won't you? He is
Yeah,
far
why haven't
closer and everything to Nick Fuentes than Austin ever be. Because
Oh,
Austin at most is just a fan. Augie is directly like on cozy TV. He's a streamer. He had talked to Nick Fuentes and everything. Like they're close enough for him to literally be on cozy. Like, why is
Austin's
Austin
strong.
like the bad
Didn't I
one
say
compared
Austin
to Nazi?
was a Nazi? I said
Compared to Augie.
what I said. But
Or, I
yeah,
guess-
that's weird shit. I've called that out. I've called that out numerous times. I think Augie has weird political beliefs.
But here's the
And
thing: you say weird and stuff for him, like you're trying to be like you're not using the harsh words and language you use for other people. Like you'll call me fascist or fascist adjacent, but for Augie, he's just weird. But he's far more right leaning than me.
Yeah. Here's another thing with that, Jalen. You'll continuously like with this latest Austin stuff. You'll be like against the whole platforming neo-Nazis thing, but you say even in the recent past. All right, not like the stuff from years ago where you're in like a Minecraft stream, where before transition, right? You still say edgy stuff, but you'll disavow the very same things. What
That is not directly comparable to being a literal neo-Nazi and advocating for neo-Nazi.
Well, you're calling us neo-Nazis, but like
calling us
we're
neo-Nazis,
joking.
bro.
Yeah, calling every single one of us.
Yeah, and then
When did I say that? I said you at the very least are adjacent. To them.
You actually literally called me a Nazi
okay,
once, bro.
do you not know what like at the very
That was
least
probably
mean?
just an
That means the
insult, I think.
minimum.
Probably
You're calling us that we're all fascist adjacent as the minimum.
sounds like you are. If you're gonna
How?
sit here and like you get all mad because I said, "Hey, don't follow a Nazi," like seems like you kind of are.
No, it's because you're a hypocrite, and
How
you're
am I-
thinking
No one's
because
ever-
you'll do edgy jokes, but then try to like
literally
you'll try to go after any other person who does
Yeah,
edgy jokes.
are fine, but being a literal Nazi is not fun. Like that's
But
a-
the
you're
thing
fine.
Wait,
is,
at what
you're call-
point? At what point is it a joke? And what point is it literally just Nazism or whatever you want to call it? Right?
Nick Fuentes has led to multiple mass shootings. So I think that's pretty.
She's
obvious.
trying to troll.
I know,
Okay, but Jalen, I think
Yeah.
Jalen, so I think you saying
one.
gassing the Jews is more being a Nazi than me just apparently using they them pronouns.
You just said that though. You just said that yourself. You just said.
I'm quoting you.
that phrase. Well,
So
just said
you
that.
could try to be like trolling and try and do that, but I literally said what you said. I'm quoting you.
It's weird.
Jalen, you go around claiming like we're like the commentary is AIDS terrible and like
It is.
evil,
Yeah.
but then you do shit like this where we explain, hey, we don't like you because you do dumb shit like this, but then you continue to do
But you
said
don't
dumb
prove
shit.
Anything.
Yeah.
Like you say, I'm a hypocrite about how you've provided.
Well, okay,
zero-
because you
What
do.
do you mean?
edgy-
We've literally
okay,
just
okay,
provided
Jalen,
examples of you being a
Whoa, whoa,
hypocrite.
whoa, whoa,
You
whoa, whoa.
literally just said,
Jalen,
One at a time.
not fine with being
One at a
a
time.
Nazi and watching and supporting Nazis. Like, there's a clear fine line there between making edgy jokes. Like, are you
Yeah.
saying that making edgy jokes is comparable to being a Nazi? Are you saying that
You
they're
called
on
me
the same level?
you called me transphobic for using they them pronouns. For just addressing any single person. I just used if I ever use they or them, I was somehow misgendering them and so I'm transphobic.
That was before you explained the context.
Yeah. I like that's the problem. Like little things like that is apparently bad, but then you're out here doing edgy jokes telling Catholics people should be fucking gas. You're out here calling black people the N-word and shit like that. That's the problem. You're a fucking hypocrite. You're so sensitive for trans issues that if you do one little thing that is against you, you're automatically evil.
Evidence whatsoever.
All right, here's a good example. All right, Spawndile made fun of B's hair by referencing friggin' Scott Pilgrim vs. the World really ruined a generation of women, right? And you said that was messed up to make fun of her. Meanwhile, you're telling people to die and calling people the N-word and doing.
You also
and doing
make
shit
fun of
like
Nick
that.
for. Wait, hold up. No. I actually have a good example. You make fun of Nick for being fat. You make fun of Nick for being fat. So why is it wrong for Spawndile to make fun of somebody's like hair when you're able to make fun of somebody's weight?
Another example.
Hello?
I explained it because first of all, Nick is okay with it. Second of all, it's an open joke, and third of all, Nick makes jokes about other people himself, so he stated that he's okay with that.
So you need like the evidence.
If someone tells me to kill myself, then that gives me free reign to.
Hold up, Jalen. We're not saying
Bro,
that.
B didn't fucking care either.
No, we're talking about B. We're talking about B. Somebody who Spawndile made fun of them for their hair. That's it. You need to. Why is it okay? You're saying you gave excuses for why it's okay to make fun of Nick for his weight because Nick doesn't care anything, but but B doesn't care either. They didn't block Spondyle. They didn't do anything.
They didn't give two shits, man.
Like everything
Well,
you're
I
doing,
don't know
like
what you're referencing though. So
referencing an example of you being a hypocrite. I'm pretty sure somebody could literally post it in chat right now.
Wait, hold on. Jalen, you call people transphobic whenever someone makes a transphobic joke towards you. Why is it that when people call you racist for saying,
Because I've never been
for
racist.
saying the N-word, why
my
don't
entire
they
life.
have the right to call you racist then? When you
Hey, then
make
why is it
racist jokes?
transphobic when people make transphobic jokes?
What
But it's not
joke?
racist when you say the N-word.
Hold on. That's a fucking dog whistle. What jokes are you talking about? What are the jokes?
What do you mean a fucking
What are the
dog
quote-unquote
whistle?
transphobic
Any
jokes?
joke.
What are the quote unquote jokes? Tell me.
41%.
I don't know, man. I'm not being very specific here.
Yeah, because you're.
We'll do the 41% jokes. There you go.
Alright, yeah. 41% joke.
Someone does
Okay, you make a
41%
41%
jokes.
joke. I don't care. But how are you? What's the context? How are you making the joke? Are you telling someone to kill themselves? Is that the joke?
Sure, that could be a joke.
That's
directly
yeah, that's the joke. That's the joke
The
of
joke is
41%.
literally yeah.
That's directly transphobic. Then that's not a joke.
Why can't it be a joke?
Personally, I think that's a fun.
Okay, so telling someone to kill themselves,
Oh, I
like
think
you've
you
done in the
Well,
past,
so
that's
if I- so-
fine. But
so
making
me-
a joke out of 41%.
So me telling a white glove right now that they should raise up the 41%.
Yeah,
would it
that
be a
is
joke?
transphobic. That's
Why is-
literally transphobic because they're
No.
trans.
Transphobic.
Just because they're trans doesn't mean
Tell
anything.
them,
Am I
oh my
only allowed to
God.
make
Don't
41%
say
jokes to
41%.
non-trans people?
That's transphobic.
No. Am I only allowed to say 41% jokes to non-trans people? Is that the only way it's okay? Okay, then you shouldn't be able. It's okay to say the N-word to any white person, but it'd be
Yeah.
bad saying it to a black person.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You said it to a black person, so you're racist by your own logic.
Yeah.
No, when? I've literally never called a black person the N-word.
We have literally
I have a
recorded it.
video.
True, dude.
Ordered Hashish.
It's on
Fucking
video.
racist.
Ashish is not black though.
He
He's
is.
a
He
fake
is.
Muslim.
Yes, he is. He converted to Muslim. I'm pretty sure.
Converted to Islam.
Muslim, my
He's
God.
a,
Islam,
fake,
sorry.
he's a fake fucking Islam. I don't know what the fuck he is, but he's not black. That's all I know.
Do you?
Whoa.
Okay. Tell
Like,
Oh,
me
you
this.
You mean a fake Muslim?
Are you gonna
Imagine just trying to take somebody's identity away. That's very bad. That's
so fucking edgy. Like you're gonna virtue signal. Oh my God! You called this innocent guy the N-word.
oh no. It doesn't. No. I don't care.
Jalen,
that
no,
you
but
call
it's
it
by
N-word.
your
logic.
Like,
Hey,
that was-
Jalen,
that was
Jalen.
literally
I do have a
Alpha
question,
News
Jalen.
team op.
Hold up.
Like, are you guys that dumb? You're gonna fall. for
Jalen.
op?
Jalen, I don't give a fuck that you call them the N-word. The problem is that you're a hypocrite for doing it.
Exactly.
And that's why I'm going to call you a
Not
racist.
really,
if you're
though.
going to call
That was-
people,
first of
if
all,
you're
that
going to
was
call
really
me
the-
transphobic for
I-
telling
It
white club to,
literally, it's a.
So
if you're going to tell me, if you're
One
going to tell me
person at a time.
transphobic,
Holy fuck.
Sorry,
Jalen.
sorry. I'll mute.
Jalen, if you're going to call me transphobic for telling white club to raise
That
up the
is-
41%, I can call you a racist for calling Hashi or whatever his name the
He's
N-word.
not black though, so
Simple as that. You
not black,
that's
so.
it. I think it's worse that that's your defense because
I
that's me saying, "Oh,
You should-
White Glove isn't trans." I could just say that. Upper
Anyway,
lip.
yeah, I'm done with this because you've all been bad faith and.
You're calling us bad faith, but you've just been
Yeah,
trolling
good,
and lying.
good one.
Like
You've
I
been
don't
only
listen-
trolling
all I
the
said was
entire
you need to-
time, and you're expecting people to take you seriously.
like since day
Dude,
one.
all I said was you need to chill with your girlfriend.
Like I
All
get
you-
more shit than anyone for like literally no fucking reason, and it's like fucked up. This community is like so fucking fucked.
You keep saying
Why
this
are you
community is
here?
fucked up, but we tell you the problem when we tell you the solution. You know what you do? You continue doing the problem. You can't call this community bad when you're just continue. You can't claim this community is doing harassment when you continue like doing it. This is the equivalent of like waving $100 in the fucking ghetto every day, getting robbed, and saying it's the fucking
At all. They're
it's
just
fucking
piling it
poverty.
Jalen, do you think lolly defenders are pedos?
Yeah, I do. They are pedophiles and should be executed.
All right,
Yeah,
Sleepy
I disagree
Cerberus.
on that.
I think we differ in the fact that I genuinely prefer the latter. Scrimzox. I disagree and believe that Lolicon has prevented actual children being harmed. Pedophilia is an innate trait and cannot be changed or cured. Aiden. If it can't be changed, then it should be destroyed. Scrimzox. You want to genocide hundreds of millions of people. Jalen. Yes.
Sleepy W. I had to throw that out there.
We disagreed on the point, so what?
Oh my fucking god.
That's
You literally just contradicted yourself.
How did I like? This is what I mean. This is bad faith.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
And she fucking left.
And that's the end of the debate. Now, the video goes on for a little bit longer. Again, the video will be in the description below. Shout out to Candyman for helping recording this. I appreciate it. But yeah, this video just gets to show that Jalyn doesn't really, you can be the most charitable person and they still call you bad faith and uncharitable, because I posted this on the Discord. And keep in mind, I didn't time out anyone and I got some flack for this. So yeah. Oh, and also when Spawndile said, what he said, I said that I banned him, even though I didn't. He was still there, and he changed his name. So, yeah. It gets to show that whenever, you're calling out Jalyn and debunking her points, she either resorts to trolling or just end up rage quitting. So, yeah, I guess we're bad faith in that regard, calling her out. But the story doesn't end here, though. Oh, no. The next day, things got a little bit more interesting. Now, 8030 did a Discord stage on his own the very next day, and let's just say didn't really go that well.
No one else should care.
I find it just really funny that they say on Twitter, yeah, all transphobic people are pedophiles, and just being openly transphobic towards Ringo.
That's not being transphobic. I can make 41% jokes. Also, Ringo's also literally making the same jokes. Like, what the fuck, you? Like, what the fuck? Are you retarded?
Ooh.
Like,
you're not black. You're not black, Jalyn. You're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to say that word. Are you racist? I am black.
Jesus.
I am black.
Oh, hypocrites.
You don't know
calm down,
I am
buddy.
black,
Calm
Jalyn.
down.
You don't know that?
Fuck you.
I'm literally.
Like, actually. Fuck you.
Oh.
Do you want me to kill myself? Is that what your goal is? You people are literally driving me
How is that
fucking
Michael?
insane.
The-
Day by day.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Day.
What are you
Jalen, listen.
You want me to do this?
Jalen,
Oh my
listen.
god, why would
Listen.
you say that? Why are you going crazy? Why are you malting? Why are you having a breakdown? Like, that is literally your intention. That is what you're trying to do. Because
My
you
intention on
enjoy
Twitter
it.
was to race
because you enjoy it,
just called
because it's
yourself a pedophile.
pleasurable to you,
Which is
because
funny.
you're all fucking sociopaths, and you all fucking feed off of it. It's fucking psychotic,
All right.
and I can't fucking handle it.
All right.
3 fucking years of this shit. Every
All right, just
fucking day.
Jalen, I'm gonna give you advice.
Fuck you.
Listen, the problem.
I can't fucking deal with
Here's
this
the
shit.
problem with
It's
it.
just
It's how you're
it's
reacting
I've
to the
had
problem.
fucking enough.
You
I've had
enough.
fucking
You should have
enough
listened the
of
first
all of
time we
it.
told you.
He's had enough.
How they left.
So shortly after that, Jalyn has another spaz, as this time 8030 and a couple other people, Izi Tan as well, join in a normal VC, and this also happens.
Every single one of you,
Yo, I'm
like
gonna-
you twist this shit. You twist it and you manipulate the fucking narrative.
Manipulate.
Okay,
What the fuck
is going on?
Stop.
Jalen, how's your mirror looking, Jalen?
This here,
Let me talk to Jalen.
You.
should really take a look.
Everyone ignore Jalyn. She doesn't matter. She's a fucking hoe. Look at you.
Joel, stop getting so mad.
Jalen's
Joel's just
listening.
Doing
Shut
this
the fuck
shit.
up, retard.
Why are you?
Joel is mad because he's overweight. Joel is
You're
mad
overweight, nigga. You're projecting.
All of you commentary people are
Jalen.
overweight.
Handle
That-
any of this.
Bro,
Jalen.
No one cares. No one cares about the fucking truth. You all just lie. You twist and manipulate.
Calm down, Joker.
Jalen, we need to
It's
talk.
fucking psychotic.
But Jaden is
Jalen,
actually
we need
right.
to talk.
Jaden is actually
Okay,
right.
actually-
Actually, hold on. I will dox myself. I want you to swat me. Hold on. Who wants my address?
Fucking address.
Okay,
Jalen,
time
don't
to-
use your address.
address.
I timed her out before she could give it
Oh
the
my
full
God.
thing.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, and keep in mind, while all this was happening for the past 2 or 3 days at the time of me recording this, they privated their accounts, they deleted their tweets, of course, these were later screenshotted, so yeah, they're not really gone, and Izzy, really, this whole thing started because they posted this on Twitter, causing Jalyn to spurg into 8030's Discord stage, and also a VC, so yeah, if you want to go that route, Izi Tan basically broke down Jalyn. First Flamenco and now Jalyn. Well, technically Abby Blackbird, but her downfall was already happening, so Izi Tan just lit the match on that one. But after all of that, they sprugged out even more in 8030's Discord and then later Bunks and practically left Twitter. Yeah, their account is gone. It is completely gone. Their channel's still up, but yeah, they are gone off Twitter. So I think for now, they are gone. They won't be back for a while. And keep in mind, the reason why Jalyn called Izzy the N-word was just because Izzy tweeted this out, showing I guess, Jalyn's tweet and them spurging out in Discord. So yeah, that was enough to set Jalyn off. And this was everyone's reaction to Jalyn, and from the looks of it, the whole community doesn't want to associate with Jalyn anymore. And I don't blame him. I mean, threatening to, off yourself to a bunch of other people, crying about it, and then later releasing your own docs. It's just that you can't get any more crazier than that. The fact that you're throwing your life into somebody's hand just for them to stop criticizing you is just completely pathetic and so scummy in my opinion. And you know what? Fuck it. Let's just get into my opinions, what I think of this situation, really. Really, one of my main issues with Jalyn is the fact that they're hypocritical. As simple as that. That's really the main problem. It's the fact that they joke about religion, they joke about death, they joke about a lot of other stuff, racism, like I said, religion, all this other stuff. Yet the moment you make a trans joke, you're automatically a right-wing supporter of Nick Fuentes, a transphobe. The moment you attack that, the moment you make a joke about that, nope, we cross the line. That is too far for everyone. And it's so fucking retarded. You should, if you're gonna be edgy, be ready for people to make jokes about everything. If you're making yourself as a person who makes dark jokes, who makes edgy jokes about everything, be ready for people to attack jokes about trans. Just because you're a trans person doesn't give you a shield or protective barrier for people not to make trans jokes. It's just so retarded. It's dumb. And it's the one point that people are trying to get across with her, and really it's been one of the main problems with her since the beginning. My other issue with Jalyn is that sometimes whenever they're being called out or confronted on, sometimes they don't really respond in a serious manner, or that they don't, give a genuine answer. They instead make some stupid joke or remark that, you can't, by the way they deliver it, you can't really tell if they're being serious or not. Like, bro, you're being questioned, and instead of giving a straight answer, you're just acting like a complete retard. It's frustrating and annoying to deal with. And sometimes their excuses that, that they are just trolling, or that they are, not taking this seriously. Well, if you're not taking it seriously, then why are you here in the first place? Why are you wasting all of our time then with this? It's completely retarded. And well, the aftermath is that this is practically the last straw for a lot of people. A lot of people are cutting ties with Jalyn, and they're not really going to be associating with them. And honestly, I don't blame them. I mean, this has been going on since, last year, and it's just been getting worse and worse, and nothing has really changed, even though they claim they're changing, and it's just a repeated behavior. So yeah, I don't blame anyone for wanting to cut ties with Jalyn, and they've come out and apologized to Izzy. Here's the screenshot of that. Make it that way you will. I think this apology means nothing, honestly, in my opinion. So a quick little update. While I was editing this, it seems that Jalyn had made some sort of response video called Taking Accountability. They posted it on their second channel and basically had said that, yes, I know that I respond very negative and I sometimes make very disturbing comments when I respond, and that I know I should get help and I am getting help. Just basically typical, yeah, I know I fucked up, I know I need help, but I'm still here on the internet. Whether or not you believe that they mean it, it's up to you. I mean, they did upload it on a second channel that is basically dead at this point, so make it that way you will. Also, it seems that Keemstar is going to be doing a Keemstar show episode with not only Jalyn, but also Lilith, and I think that's Scrimzox in the picture. So yeah, we're going to wait until that comes out. Apparently, Augie was on there, or at least through a Discord call. I guess they were debating Jalyn and Augie. I don't know, but yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of update. Nothing else much, but yeah, I just want to get this fucking video out already, alright? So yeah, that's really the breakdown of the Jalyn situation and really my thoughts on it as well. So let me know what you think of Jalyn in the comment section below. Did you enjoy the video? Dislike it if you dislike it. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my other social medias and my other videos as well. And with that being said, I am out.